Hello guys, welcome to the another episode of Career Chronicles. I am Devansh Goel and today we have Rudra Kalyan with us, who is also the General Secretary of the BDACC, and he has interned in Wells Fargo and also got a pre-placement offer from there. Hello Via.
Hi Divyang, thanks for having me here.
Coming to the questions, the first coming from EC or like an hardware branch as such, what was your click for getting into AI?
Okay, so I will tell you my whole story. So like I got this college and branch because of my J rank. So I did not do any prior research for how EC will be and how CS difference between EC and CC. I just thought that like I have to get into circuitral branch in any top 3 NITs, top 3 or 5 NITs. And then with my rank, I got EC in NIT Warangal. So I have no knowledge about coding or anything, even hardware. I don't have any knowledge. So I came here. I did not decide to go into software or hardware till my second semester. So I decided I should go into software in my second semester in the middle of the semester. The main reason was like we had coding courses in the first semester. So PSCP, problem solving in this C++, and then second year we have Python and DSL. So I got little bit interest in coding from the first semester. And then coming to the second year first semester, we have introduction to AML course, and that elevated my interest towards AI more. So I wouldn't say that I'm not interested in hardware. I was more interested into software. So that drive me to get into software instead of EC core hardware. So that was the main reason, because of my more interest towards AI. So I switched it to software instead of hardware. And then second thing is there are very less opportunity when I was in my second year to get placed in hardware. So that was one of the another main reason I would say to choose the software.
Okay. So can you tell us any specific platform that helped you gain knowledge about the subjects in the field?
Okay. So for AI, for me, like in 2-1, we had this professor called JRK. So he taught very well, like from basic mathematics that is used in ML. So I did not use any course when I was in for that course, second year first semester, Introduction to AI and ML. So after completion of that, so to learn more, so I would suggest to go with Coursera's Andrew Ng Introduction to Generative AI course, and then that was one of the main platform. And for projects, I would say to explore a lot of projects in GitHub and Kaggle. So Kaggle is the best platform for AI and ML if you want to learn any projects or any tech stack from related to AI, and then any Python or in AML or any LLM thing. So I would suggest to go to Kaggle, search for any notebooks. You'll get tons of notebooks from there. So Kaggle is one of the main websites, and GitHub for very good projects. And then if you want to learn from basic, YouTube and Coursera is fine, I think.
Okay. You have also told us about that you published a research paper on low light image enhancement in the second year.
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about it and like what are challenges you face during the publishment of a research paper?
Sure. So yeah, research paper is completely different like what we do in a normal traditional projects. So in project you go basically you'll go to GitHub and get any of the project and you clone it and you can show it to the professor that I have done this project. So similar to the thing, we also did the same. We went to GitHub and then got a paper with code. There will be a website called paper with code, and then we have searched for it. And then we got a link for the code in another this GitHub repository. So we took that and cloned it, and we have shown our professor that we have did this project, and then we have presented it to the professor, and he liked the project. He told to try to go for a research paper on it. So this was at the end of 2-1 semester, like even odd semester in the winter. And then we went home. We went back to home for the winter break. 1 month we got in the winter break, and then so I mailed my professor regarding my project. This like I have done this. He said to go for a research paper on it. And then in my winter break, I have tried to change the architecture and get the better result out of it. So I got a random idea at the night. So I implemented that code, and I got worse results in the existing one. So I thought like research is not for me. So I should give up on that paper. And then another day I got another idea. So I tried that one. and it got like better results than the previous one. Then I shown my professor that like I got better results from the previous existing architecture, and I've shown him the results, and he said like, okay, try to get more than one improvement. Like there was like 16% PSNR. There will be a metric called PSNR, peak signal to noise ratio. So he said like improve at least one from the previous paper. So then I tried like various different methods. Like I run for like 2 to 3. I used to sit for 2 to 3 hours and run the code and leave the epoch for like 30 minutes, and then watch a web series in meantime. And then I come back and see the results. If the results are good, I used to be excited a lot, and if the results are worse, then I used to feel a little disappointed. And it was like ups and downs in between. So like at the end, I got a better result than the previous existing paper, like an improvement of 2.5 PSNR. So it was a very good increment. So I showed my I came back early to the college, like before the finish of the break. I came 1 week before the holidays, and then I showed my professor that I got this much results. Then he was excited about it, and then told to approach various other processes. So in research, like basically, you only need to implement the base paper. You have to implement all lot of different papers that have shown in the paper. So basically, he will show you 5 to 6 different methods, and then in metrics. So you have to compare each and every method they have approached. So you have to try all those methods, and then you have to see which one is getting better for the current trends. Because most of the papers they have implemented in like 2-3 years back with the less computational power. And then coming to this computation power, like it will definitely be a better results than the previous one. So you have to try all those papers mentioned, all those methods mentioned in that paper, and then you have to see which did you really get the best one. If you get the best one, then you can publish your research paper. So the process for the research paper is like, first, so I would suggest you to go to a professor and then do all this stuff, because doing it individual, it takes a lot of effort, and you don't know like where to apply, and then how to go to the conference, and then like the whole process, it will be difficult for you if you go individually instead of professor. And there will be some amount of fee you have to pay to publish your paper. From 8 to 10,000 it will be to publish your paper. So I would suggest to go with the professor. So my professor, he paid everything for this paper, and then stay and then travel, everything college will provide for you if you go under this professor. So you have to apply for in IEEE, any publications. IEEE, Springer, there will be lot many publications. So go for the best one. So for coming to EC background, so like our professor mostly will be inclined towards IEEE. For CS it will be Springer. So we published in IEEE. We applied, and then we have to submit our paper. And then by submitting our paper, they will review our paper. So they will review our whole paper. Is our results are true, and is there any changes we have to do in that paper? And then they'll give a review of like three four people's review in that mail. So you have to take that review, and then they'll mention that your paper is accepted or not in that mail itself. So we have to take those reviews, and then we have to do modification and submit again. And then they will see again, review it, and then they'll again submit it. And it's like continuous process, like for 1 month. So I used to go to lab every day from like 8. After dinner, I would go to lab 8 and then come back to my room by like 12. So in the lab, I used to stay for like 3 to 4 hours for at least 10 to 15 days before the publication of this. So after that, after your publication, they will say it got accepted, and then they will give a conference date. You have to go there and present your paper there towards the panel people. Around 5 to 10 people will be there, and then 10 members of that panel. So who have came to publish their paper. You have to go there and present your paper, and then after present, if there are any questions, they will ask. And then there is and at the end, like they will give a best paper award for each and every conference. Each and every panel, they will give best paper award. So like we received that best paper award for our panel, and then after that, like it will take 1-2 months to get published in IEEE. That's it. That's the whole process for it.
Okay. So how a student can build meaningful connections within both academic and non-academic communities?
So coming to academic, I think it's pretty simple. Sit in the first bench and do whatever the professor says. Do the assignments within the time, and then answer what professor asks in the questions. You'll eventually make a good relations with the professor. Coming to non-academic, so there will be like even professors will participate in many of the hackathons connected by IITs, and then some international universities. They will participate in those hackathons. So you have to go and approach professor saying that like I am interested to do any project with you or any interested to participate in a hackathon with you. So if you are like if you approach like once or twice, then they will be more than happy to take you into in their team. So you have to go and approach from non-academic. You have to go and approach your professor that I'm interested to work with you, and they will take they will directly take. I think that won't be an issue. So for academic, it's pretty simple, and then for non-academic, you have to go and approach the professor.
Okay, so you have told us that you have interned at Wells Fargo. So
Yes.
can you just tell us your interview experience and how did you prepare for interview? And like there is a time constrained environment, so how did you solve those complex algorithmic problems?
So like I got internship at Wells Fargo during my third year. So it was one of good company that comes for our placements, internships for our college. So like for the preparation, so I started doing. So we had a C++ course in first year and then DSC in second semester, first semester, second semester. And then, so that is different. The DSA that is taught in class is different from the DSA that we'll ask in interview. So the interview and then for the practice they'll more as the application oriented of the data structure. So for the preparation, so I started doing DSA in lead code and hacker rank, and then code forces in my second year during summer break in my second year. So there will be a like period of 3 months. So I played for like 1 month in the first initial 1 month. So I did not start anything, and then later I realized that all my friends are doing DSA. So it's high time I have to start now. Otherwise, I would miss this internship drive. So I started doing DSA from there, and then so like continuously for the next 3 months, I used to do daily DSA. So daily I used to do DSA, and then I used to learn algorithms from YouTube, from Striver, and then Aditya Verma from YouTube, and then I used to practice the questions. So by a sheet that was given by my brother. So I used to do daily questions or like 5 to 10 questions daily. So I did not. I used to give my 100% efforts to not miss a single day of practicing DSA questions. So coming to how do you solve those complex questions in the algorithms in time constraint? So that will get by practice. So you have to practice so many questions that like by seeing the question you'll instantly get an idea. So this can be solved by using this data structure and this approach. You'll eventually get like if you practice like 200 to 300 questions, you'll build a basic problem solving idea in your mind, and then by seeing the question itself you'll get a basic idea how to solve this approach. And then for reducing the time complexity, you have to still do a lot of practices. So in DSA for one single question there will be like 5 to 6 approaches to do that question. So one will be the best solution out of it, and then the last one is the brute force, where you can you'll do jugaad to get the answer. But that won't work for the online for this cracking the online test. But you can say that you will say in the interview anyways. But to crack the online test, you have to go with the optimal solution, optimal time complexity, and then space complexity. You'll not get directly by doing 2-3 questions. So initially I used to struggle a lot with this. So I did not even get the idea of how to solve normal basic questions in initial days. So what I have to do is like I have to go in the discussion page in the lead code, and I have to see the 2, 3, 4 different approaches written in the comment section. So I have to learn from there, and then when I see another like similar question, I used to solve immediately with the previous idea of solving this question. So you'll get the solving this complex questions by doing a lot of DSA questions. So I would say do as many questions as you can, and then that will build a logic, and you can eventually even crack these interviews and then online tests.
Okay, so in your like 4 years of college, is there anything that you think you could have done differently and that could have changed the outcomes drastically?
So I would say I think I would have joined CSC instead of EC if I given an option to what could I done differently. Other than that, or I may go into EC if I got much interested in this domain, but that was not in my case. So what would I do differently if I got a chance? So after second year, so I published this paper in second year, I told you, right? So after that, like I went into the normal proper this HD wala role thing, like doing the DSA and then doing some DBMS and projects related to development. So like I was interested to go in the research a lot. So I was more interested to do research in this AI and field. But because of like everyone was doing the DSA, and then because of FOMO, I too start doing the DSA, and then instead of doing the research, which I like personally like a lot. So eventually I gave up after my second year doing this research, and then after once I got the internship, and then I was like more application or using the application oriented AI instead of research. If I given a chance to do what I would do differently in my 4 years undergraduate, like I used to go into research more a lot. Coming like the thing that I've done compared to the thing that I've done, I have to do a lot more research if I given a chance. That's it.
Okay, so what advice would you give to the students who have got their internships and are looking to convert them into PPOs?
So internship to PPO. So if you get a PPO, your life will be set for the 4th year. That's what I have experienced in my 4th year. Like your friends, they will be struggling to write the online test, and then getting shortlisted to online test from one will be like very big step in the interview. And then cracking the interview will be like easy if you are talented enough. So getting shortlisted is like big thing in this interview, in this campus placement. So if you get PPO, like your 4th year will be set. I would say they'll say like after 10th your life will be set. But this is defined like after PPO your 4th year will be set. So converting a PPO into intern to PPO. So it will basically depend upon your luck, and then your manager, and then company requirements, and then their profits or losses in that quarter. So mostly it's not in your hand. It will be in the company's hand. The thing that is in your hand is like doing the problem statement that is given to you completely, and developing it from scratch to, and then deploying it. If you do great, then they will definitely take you. If you did anything wrong in between, the chance that you may miss PPO are higher. So I would suggest do a problem statement good. So try to fit it into the culture, corporate culture. It will be very different from what you have experienced in college. I got like really different introduction to the corporate. So really different. So you can't digest in the first week. So when you get into the corporate, you eventually get adapted to it. But so I would suggest to do the problem statement that is given to you properly, and then approach your manager. There will be daily stand-up meetings with you. So like they will ask your update, like what you have done till now, and then what is left, and what are you doing, and things. So try to keep good relations with your manager to get a PPO. You know what I mean?
How do you envision the future of big data analytics, and how can students cope up with the recent advancements in the technology?
So I think I'm not in that stage to give a suggestion for people to in big data. But being an GenSec of BDACC, and then things that I've learned in my second year, get into this AI when I was in second year. So I would suggest you all guys to learn AI. So who are in software field mainly, being in software and then doing still that web development and app development. I won't suggest to learn those things. So try to learn. If you're interested, learn it. That's up to you. But if you ask me, I would suggest you to learn AI, and then how to handle the big data, database management system. So it will be like will play a key role when you're going to the software company or joining any software company. If you have learned like AI or any big data, it will be a very big advantage over the other people. And then there are jobs for like another basic software development. I won't say like everything will be automated. The majority of the people who are in software will eventually have to learn AI. I think that is my suggestions for students who are in computer science. I think they will eventually do good only. But people who are in core, so you have to take up time and learn any new skill. I would say like if you ask me, I will say learn AI. I'm biased towards it. So try to learn AI, go through YouTube, and then the best way is fuck up and find out. So do projects and then see how it works, and then try to learn as much as you can in AI. There is no thing like learn this much you will get, you will be done, and then learn this much you will be okay with it. And then there are a lot of new things coming these days, and LLMs, and then RL based LLMs, agentic AI. So everything is even I have to learn all those things. I am also learning this. I would suggest keep learning. So that is the one suggestions I will give. Keep learning. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today.
Yep.
And thank you guys. Like, share, and subscribe.